5.7. Apply the fundamental theorem of algebra.
I like this.
Ooh, it's Friday.
How many more sections do we have?
Not really. I know.
In this chapter, this is the last
I
one.
thought it was one.
Yes, I called it.
For what?
Arts.
But he's for biology.
No, I'm just on the one.
All right, identify the number of solutions or zeros.
I know.
4.
You're the chill guy.
What? 4. Everyone be quiet.
5Y.
So we can have a quiz on this section if we already know how to do it. Okay. 5y cubed minus 3y squared plus 8y equals 0. So it wants us to say how many solutions or zeros that there are. Yep, 3. So whatever the highest power term is, that's what it is. That's the maximum number we could have. It doesn't mean we'll see them all, but that's the maximum number that we could potentially have. 8 h of x equals negative x to the 12th plus 7x to the 8th plus 5x to the 4th minus 8x plus 6. So how many?
12?
Yep.
I said 12, I actually wrote 12.
So, a problem like this, you can be glad that we're not doing on this problem what you were doing on the stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so up to this section, we've been finding either all possible zeros or all real zeros. Now we're finding all zeros.
Stop.
Any idea what that might mean?
Like
Even
all the
negatives?
ones that are like x equals
Not
something.
negatives.
X
Negatives
equals-
are included in reals. What?
all the possible answers, but like the actual ones, not just
You're
the number
finding all
of
the
potential.
above.
So we had real ones before. What's the other type of numbers?
Possible.
Imaginary.
So the I.
So we're gonna have eyes. So this is find all zeros.
I'm done talking.
14. So the process is basically the exact same as what we did yesterday. It's just when we get to the end, we're going to be finding the imaginary ones also, if there are any. So f of x is equal to x to the 4th plus 15x squared minus 16.
4 possible.
So I should have 4 zeros when it's all said and done. I notice also that I'm missing 2 terms. I'm missing my x cubed term and I'm missing my x term. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little note there so that when I do my synthetic, I make sure I have those. So now I'm going to find, first of all possible zeros. So plus or minus 16 over plus or minus 1. Since it's over 1, I'm just going to write them not as fractions. So what are factors of 16?
Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2.
4, 8,
plus
16.
4, plus or minus 8, plus or minus 16.
All right, now we need to put that in our this original equation in our calculator and see which ones it looks like might actually work.
At least there's no fractions. I
Stop.
don't like this.
It's a subtle foreshadow.
Oh, dang it.
Don't be
Thing
weird,
is
Jonah.
still geeking out.
Geeking out. Bro.
Negative 1 and positive.
X cubed. Wait, that's squared.
You're so smart.
Minus 16.
How do you get this? Oh,
Are you struggling?
And all you have to take out is 1, Addie. And
just
then all.
one?
Oh, it's
Well, yeah,
just
you don't
one
need to
and
take them
negative
all out.
1.
Taking 1 out kills the power to the calculator.
There are only 2 answers. 1 and negative 1.
Are you using a pencil to get that out? Just use your finger.
Do you need some help?
What are you doing, Addie?
Her calculator.
Wait, I got it. No, I got it.
the battery.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
So a brief intermission for Addie. Addie, why don't you let somebody help you that has nails?
Ow.
You like made it
Stop. I did not do it.
Oh wait, yeah, here you go.
Dude, how can you not
Let's
let
punch
the
on this
battery?
screen.
Yeah, it hurts.
Quiet. Keep y'all's opinions
It keeps going back.
across that line.
This spring.
The line of desk.
What the heck?
Try another one. That
Hold
was
on.
weird.
Just
Are
put it
y'all-
on the spring side.
Y'all just were using the wrong side.
He does
What now?
not.
Put it back in.
Okay.
Wait, were they not using the side with the spring on it?
Yeah, you gotta push on the spring.
Okay, now
Keep
what?
y'all's
No
opinions
way.
on that side of the desk.
Nice.
Ah, now it's working. It's
Just don't hit whatever you hit before.
I can't get it there.
You know,
Oh my goodness, Addie. Did you
Wait,
put it
I
in the
got it.
right way?
Got
Okay.
it.
Using the side with the spring.
Alright, check these two numbers, but when you do it this time, you need to definitely use the numbers at the bottom. Don't use the original equation, or you're going to have to just do it again. So I'm going to start with -1 doing it. So we've got 1, 0, 15, 0, -16. So do synthetic on that. So once you've done that one, use the numbers left at the bottom, not the 0, to do the next one.
That works.
Both zeros on this
Both.
Oh wait, I'm stupid.
So I'm going to write my zeros over here because this is eventually going to be helpful to us to know exactly what they are. So now, what I'm left with, this was x to the 4th. That means it was x cubed here. This is now x squared. So what I'm left with is x squared plus 16 equals 0. This is the part now where we find the rest of the zeros. So subtract 16, so x squared equals -16. Take the square root of both sides. What happens when I do that?
X equals plus or minus 4.
plus or
For what?
I.
For I.
Oh, dang it.
So these are my other two zeros. So just finally, our zeros are -1, 1, -4i, and +4i. So those are all my zeros there.
Oh, you don't change it with the you don't make it like that. You just keep it.
Well, I
You
can't
can't
do
change
anything
that.
else.
Yeah, stop.
I is the square root of -1. The only time we changed it was when it was I squared.
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Because that would be-
You can't be talking, you couldn't get the
Use
battery
your
out of the
nice
calculator.
We said, well, I said keep your opinions on that side of the chair line.
Good. Show us.
About the calculator. We got it out, didn't we?
Now, something you're going to notice, this may have been mentioned in the notes, but anytime you have something with I, so like if I have -4i, I have +4i. If I have 3 minus 2i, I have 3 plus 2i. Both of those are going to, they're like, they have to come in pairs. Okay, and then the same thing happens with radicals. If I have like positive square root of 5, then negative square root of 5 also has to be a 0. That's going to happen every time. Okay,
Do you know who came up with the whole imaginary, like, number thing?
Math.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure I've been told before. I just don't remember. I question who came up with a lot of things and why, even though like I love doing it. I do question it a lot. I'm like, who just sat down and decided they wanted to do this?
So he draws a circle and
Because
he
when
does a
are we
line.
gonna, like,
It's called.
He doesn't just like.
Because-
He doesn't just.
if you have imaginary money, it's not real.
Sonic.
No.
Uh,
Didn't know it worked that way.
Stop for egg.
All right, g of x equals 4x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 11x squared minus 12x minus 3.
Oh wow.
We still don't have any
Well, no
terms in the
missing
same.
terms.
That's what I just said.
Cooper, shut.
Now, there's going to be a lot more possible 0 options with this one.
Yeah. It's
top solution?
Plus or
Oh.
minus
Be a lot
4
more
on
than
the
that.
bottom and plus or minus 3.
Yep, plus or minus 3 over plus or minus 4.
1 and 3, and then 1, 2, 4.
Oh my
Good job.
god.
So that means my list of them is going to be 1, 3, 1/2. All of these are obviously plus or minus. 1/4. 3/2. And 3/4.
Oh, wait.
So this one's going to be potentially a little bit more difficult when we look at it because I have 1/2, 1/4, and 3/4 that are all going to look really close together on my calculator. And so just be aware of that, that obviously try to guesstimate, like, okay, is it closer to 0 or is it closer to 1 or like split down the middle? But just know that if you check one of, if it happens to be one of those, if you check one of those and it doesn't work, then you need to check one of the other fractions that's in there because it's probably just that it's hard to read where it is.
That looks a little off.
Maybe that's the 3/4.
Why don't go like down, a little bit up, all the way down?
That is free.
I don't like how it's not on the specific point.
Because it's fractions. Why are you eating?
So I'm guessing it's positive and negative at the same time.
Is that from
Positive and negative 3.
What?
Just
Why
round
does
it
it look like that?
Yeah.
Mine looks like this.
Yes, it's supposed to
All
look
of ours
like
looks the
that.
same.
Claire's didn't.
I don't. Does that go there?
Maybe it's
Like here?
3/4.
Yeah, does it?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to show you one other little thing on your calculator that might make it a little bit easier for you as you're looking at it, and also explain something to you. So if we've been hitting zoom and then 6 for standard, there's something called zoom box. I have to see what number it is. It's the first option. And so what we can do is we can, right now, you can kind of tell, but it's flashing in the middle. I can bring it down and over. And if I hit enter, that's going to hold that point there, and then arrow up above, and then arrow over just to the other side of that final line. And if I hit enter, then it's going to zoom it in so that that's all that I can see. Okay, so it's going to make it a lot closer for you.
If I hit enter, it didn't zoom nothing.
Wait,
You gotta hit the zoom box part.
wait.
Zoom. Zoom box.
Zoom.
Enter. Enter.
Enter. Oh, it said arrow.
That's what it said to me too.
Yeah.
But I might just be doing it wrong.
All right, I'm going to go back to zoom 6, and y'all can do it with me.
Alright.
What's 1 point?
All right, so hit zoom
Mhm.
and then box, so that's option 1.
Zoom 1.
All right, arrow to the left. Where did my thingy go?
To where?
Oh,
Negative.
and then arrow down until you see it flashing over here, just to the left of this line. So see my little thing is flashing right here.
There's a glare, yes.
Yeah.
That has to be 3.
So then hit enter,
Right past negative.
then arrow up,
And before negative.
I messed up.
Which one's
Oh,
3
okay,
over
okay.
and then don't hit enter again. That's when it's going to give you a error.
Okay.
Arrow to the right,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to create a box.
Oh.
Now, once you have a box created, hit enter.
Whoa.
Oh,
Y'all in technologies.
You're hurting my heart.
does that go there?
7 over 4.
Why is your
Negative 1 and 7 over 4.
All right, so a couple cool things that your calculator can do for you. One, your calculator can actually find all your zeros for you. But you can also trace your graph. If you just hit the trace button, you can trace along the graph and see approximately what a value would be. So this looks to me like it's probably around negative 1/2, that first one. I can trace it around a little bit farther, and I can see somewhere in here. So this is bigger than 3/2.
Yeah, 1 and 3
Okay.
fourths.
but is that an option?
No.
Okay, so that's not an option for me. So, and then it looks like it's pretty much the same spot over here. So, no, that just fell.
So negative 1/2.
So we're going to try negative 1/2. But something I'm going to also tell you is if a graph hits the x-axis and turns around, that likely means there's a double zero there. So since there's no other options for me to check, after I check negative 1/2, if it works, I'm probably going to check it again. Okay? Because a number can have a multiplicity of something higher than that when it ends up being like factored out essentially. Okay? So I would say to start out with, check negative 1/2, and I may have to, like I said, do it twice. So I've got negative 1/2, and then copy all your numbers over. I had no missing numbers this time.
Oh, I did it. 2, and then it's 12, negative 12, and then it's 6, negative 6, and then it's 3, and
Does
it's 0.
in fact work.
Okay, so that one worked. So x equals negative 1/2 is a 0. Now, this was x to the 4th, so this is now x cubed. This is still not something that I can factor by myself, right? I'm going to have to get it down again. So I'm going to try negative 1/2 again because out of my answer options up here, the other places where it looks like it crosses on my graph are not options, okay? Because it's like 1.7 and I don't have anything that's in that range here. So I'm going to try negative 1/2 again since it turned around on the axis. So use the 4, 2, negative 12, and negative 6.
Oh. It works.
So there's a double 0.
And now it's x squared x.
So then take this up that's left. 4x squared minus 12 equals 0. 4x squared equals 12. X squared equals 3. So then x equals plus or minus the square root of 3. So notice the comment that I made earlier. If I have the positive one, I also have the negative one. So my zeros are negative 1/2, negative 1/2, and we do write it twice because they are both zeros. And then positive root 3 and negative root 3. So those are all my zeros there.
Okay.
And this would allow me to write this in factored form if that's what it was asking us for. So now we did factoring, before Christmas and all those things with things that were like x squared or whatever. We can now use this method, or if you have a cube, like a cubic function, that's not something that is a sum or difference of cubes and cube of a binomial and all of those fun things, you can now use this method to be able to factor a cubic function or something larger than that. Okay, I wouldn't use this method if I'm just factoring normally. However, if you get really stuck, you can use this method to help you factor. So, holy moly. I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to let y'all work on problems. But you'll turn in all the homework on Tuesday because we're going to finish the section on Monday. But this way you can practice the stuff that we just did and then we'll do the rest of the stuff on Monday. But I'm going to do one problem to preview what we'll do on Monday just so you can see it. So the next one say to write the polynomial function f of least degree that has rational coefficients and leading coefficient of 1. And the given zeros. Okay, so saying that it has a leading coefficient of 1 just means that this number that ends up being in front, once we factor it all out, is a 1. Okay, so 22. They give us the zeros, -5, -1, and +2. So these are the zeros, essentially like what you've been finding between yesterday and today. And we want to know what is the function. So the reason that I emphasized that if we have the positive square root of 3, we also have the negative square root of 3, and same thing with i's, is because sometimes when they give you zeros, they don't give you both of them. Okay, so that's part of your responsibility, is to recognize I have the positive square root of 3. That means I also need to write down negative square root of 3, which is the ones we're going to do on Monday. This one obviously isn't anything like that, so I just have 3 zeros. So what kind of a function is this going to be?
Cube.
A cubic function, okay, because that's 3 zeros.
Thanks, Cooper.
So these are part of the reason, again, that I was writing these things up here as like x equals negative 1/2, is so that we can see this. So these zeros are x equals negative 5, x equals negative 1, and x equals 2. When you get more familiar, you probably won't need to do this step, but right now while you're getting used to it, I'm going to do it this way. So the factors, we move this stuff over so that each thing is equal to 0. So this is going to be x plus 5 equals 0, x plus 1 equals 0, and x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, because this would have been essentially what my factored form was. We set it equal to 0 to solve for all the zeros. So now, to find my function, f of x equals x plus 5 times x plus 1 times x minus 2.
You smell good.
And then you just need to foil, superfoil, whatever as the case may be. So then this is just foiling at this point. So I'm going to do the first two. So I've got x squared plus 5x plus 1x, so that's plus 6x, and then plus 5. And then that's got to get multiplied by the x minus 2. If this was, say, a function to the 4th power, I would do like the first two and the second two, and then I would combine them. So that's part of why earlier in this chapter, what we did before Christmas was you were multiplying a bunch of these together. It was to get you ready for this stuff. Okay, so now I need to superfoil it. So I've got x cubed minus 2x squared plus 6x squared minus 12x plus 5x minus 10, and then combine like terms. So
X cubed minus 4x squared minus 7x minus 10.
it's plus 4x squared. Oh, yes.
That's what I meant.
I assumed. All right, so f of x is there. So it said it had a leading coefficient of 1. I have a 1 in front. And then it said that it basically has the highest power is how many zeros they've given you. So that would be your answer to that one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so like I said, we're going to get into the ones with this that have where you're having to add in the other factors. Part of the reason we're not going to continue doing this section today is because one of the problems took up an entire page
Oh, my.
that we're going to do.
Where did my book go? Did I leave it in the hallway when I dropped it?
You might have.
I think so.
Because I ran.
Yep, it was still there.
It definitely is.
Can I go grab my book?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you problems up to where we currently are. Like I said, I want you working on them now, but after,
So don't turn them in. On
right,
Monday.
do not turn them in on Monday. Just work as much as you can in class, and then if you don't finish, don't worry about it. I mean, if you want to, but you're not turning them in. 5, 7, 15, 17, and then I'm going to have you try 21.
21.
That one would be like this one where you're not having to add any other zeros. They've just given them to you.
I'm
But
just gonna share.
we're going to do more examples of that. So if you get stuck on 21, don't stress about it. Just hold on to it until Monday, and we'll do a few more examples, and it'll hopefully make more sense to you then.